Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress with Pixie Dust Tarot, and this is your daily dust for Sunday, July 16th if you're watching in real time, but it can also be for whenever you stumble upon it. It is a timeless reading. We are soon approaching the new moon in Cancer, so we've been having a lot of that Cancer energy in our readings too, and mostly I've been noticing in the private readings, which is funny. And I had two birthday girls in my private readings, and all the Cancer cards came out for them as well. So we have today in the series that I'm doing for July is a series with love and romance decks, and cannot skip the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. So let's have a look at this. This one's one of the originals with the book and everything. And let's get a good shuffle and see what we get. It's like a 3-card collective message. And if you need something more than that, you can definitely reach out to me via email. But even though we're focusing on love decks this month, I have been able to tap into other energies, so let's see what we get. Okay. Children. Oh my gosh. I just found out that I'm going to be a grandma, so that's exciting for the first time. Your love life is being affected by children. All right. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. That's for sure. And true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Okay, I'm going to zoom on in and tell you what this message means. So, some of you might be single parents out there, and when you have kids, no matter what their age is, but especially if they're minors, you always have to deal with the baby daddy or mama, unless they're out of the picture. But if you do, there is sometimes a residual thing that they do that your exes try to do, like they still try to have some kind of control or try to be in your life, maybe through the children that you created together. So it's important to love your children, to provide for your children, but at the same time release the negative energy that was associated to the ex that you let go of for very good reason. Some exes, some exes wasn't, it was some kind of maybe misunderstanding, or it wasn't like toxic situation, it was you just let go of them. And maybe why you let go of them had to do with children, or a little bit of the reason had to do with children. Maybe if you were in long distance relationship, you couldn't relocate because of children, or if you were just depending on the circumstance. There can be a lot of different circumstances. So I feel like sometimes, so we have to remember how children tie into our love lives sometimes. It's kind of sad when people say things like baggage, words like baggage, like if a single person has kids, they have baggage, which is really not a nice way of saying that, a term to me. And I feel like people who have children, parents out there, have a depth of character that, not everybody realizes what that means. It means there's a deeper understanding of human nature from the infant to the adult that not just anybody has, because they've experienced it, they've lived it, they've nurtured it, they basically raised it and grew it, like a plant almost, but even so much more deeper, because there's a psyche there, and there's a connection, and all of these things can affect your connection with a person too. And so The other thing that's important is make sure that you're loving somebody who loves you for all who you are, including the fact that you're a parent. If this applies, if you're a parent, make sure they love you for these parts of your life that are very important. It makes you who you are, and it makes you it's a part of your character. And if they love you, then they should love any extension of you too. Now another scenario here is that some of you could be getting pregnant, or some of you could be starting a family. It feels like a person that you're with currently is your true love, but I feel like maybe some of you have children from previous relationships, and it oftentimes can affect the current relationship, and sometimes in a negative way and sometimes in a positive way. But I feel like what's important here is for everyone to sort of embrace each other embrace each other for who they are. There's a couple here that is in a true love connection, and that's very beautiful. I was about to say rare, and sometimes it feels like true love is rare, but when you have this kind of love that is very supportive and protective and understanding, then keep feeding that. Keep putting attention onto that. Don't take it for granted. Keep sending your love to this energy, because this energy is what is part of what keeps you alive, what keeps you going, what gives you purpose, what drives the goodness in your life. These types of love and support from lovers and friends and family, whoever, but specifically and especially from a love connection, if you're feeling that. And releasing your ex doesn't always have to mean necessarily a particular person, but it can be releasing all of that negativity that's associated with people that you've been with before. And remember that even if they didn't appreciate your nurturing ways, that you don't be any other than yourself. So the children card doesn't always necessarily have to represent children either. It can represent your ability to be nurturing and warm and loving and giving, like a mother is to children. And also, I think it can be sometimes representing childhood wounds, and also on the opposite end, a joie de vivre, a joy of life, excitement, child wonderment, which can actually affect your love life in a positive way. And it's possible that your ex maybe didn't have that same kind of sense of humor that you did, wasn't able to look at the world with kind of a joyful, open-eyed attitude. They were more serious maybe, and saw the fault in things and saw the things to worry about instead of the things to give joy for. So don't let that continue to affect you, even if you may have moments where that energy affects you now from the past. Let that go and refocus on the true love that you have in your life, whether it's with a person or with family, or just the good things, or the love that you have with yourself, and your progress and all the abundance that you have made for yourself. This is where you will continue to grow and flourish and achieve greatness through the good, true love that you have in your life. So release everything that's not necessary in your life, but stay true to your nurturing ways as well. All right? And I hope you like that. Faith, trust, and pixie dust.